Hello everybody, welcome to the 27th video in learning everything we can learn from VisionOS documentation made by Apple. Here in this article, we're going to learn to interact with your app in VisionOS Simulator. We're going to use your Mac to navigate spaces and control interactions with your VisionOS app in the simulator. First, we're going to use the simulator to run apps in the VisionOS without installing them on a physical device. When you run your app in Simulator, you can see a monoscopic view of your app windows and 3D content inside immersive space. Use your Mac to alter the viewpoints of the app within the space and navigate the app's interface. Okay, let's dig in to the Hello World app created by Apple. It's a piece of sample code which we can run, and let's hit the run button and have this run on a simulator. Here we have our navigation bar. This is our select to interact with VisionOS content. Interact with your app. To use your Mac pointer and keyboard to create gestures, choose Select to interact with the scene from the buttons at the bottom right-hand corner of a VisionOS simulator window. The current gaze position tracks your pointer's movement when you hover over the content within the space. Let's check that out. This is your pointer, and this acts as your eyeballs to point at different objects. It hovers over it, as you can see. By clicking, we are simulating the tap gesture. Next, we have the double click for double tap. Of course, that only took a single tap to do, but here's the double tap going on. Double tap. We have a touch and hold, so we click and hold it. We have a drag left, drag right, up and down for dragging. I believe that it is here. We drag up, down, left, and right. Next, we have a shift drag up and down. So let's hold shift and drag so it pushes it further away and closer together. Very nice. All right, let's take a look at the next gesture. Press and hold the Option key to display touch points. So we hit the Option key and we have some touch points here. Looks like we can probably shrink this or make it smaller maybe. Oh, it actually moves the earth. Okay, let's see what's next. Move the pointer while pressing the Option key to change the distance between the touch points, of course. And move the pointer and hold the Shift key and Option key to reposition the touch points. Let's check that out. So here is our options, the two pointers, right? And we hold Shift, and now we can reposition where these pointers are. Excellent. All right. Activate device buttons using the menu item or by clicking the controls in the simulator window toolbar. So let's check that out. This is our menu tab bar for our selections, or we can go to device up here and we can select the control command 1 for interaction mode, control command 2 for look around mode, control command 3 for pan mode, control command 4 for orbit mode, and control command 5 for dolly mode. Then we also have the reset camera of control command of the 0. Navigate the space. Let's use the Mac pointers and the keyboard to reposition your viewpoint in the VisionOS simulator window. To simulate a forward movement, we can use the W key or the up key. Or we can do a pinch gesture, moving two fingers away from each other on the trackpad. We can also use the S key and the down key to perform a backwards movement, or pinch the trackpad using two fingers moving towards each other. Let's take a look at that in action. All right, W and S, up and down, pinch out and pinch in. All right, let's take a look at another movement. We then have A or left key for a left movement, or scroll left using a trackpad, or we do a D or right arrow and scroll right with a trackpad. Let's check that out. So we do a and D, left and right, swipe left, swipe right. Perfect. All right, now we're gonna do the up and down motion. Press the E button to scroll up and Q to scroll down. Or we can scroll up and down using the trackpad or, yeah, Magic Mouse. Let's check that out. So Q to move down, E to move up, Q to move down, E to move up. And we can scroll up using the trackpad, or scroll down or scroll up using the trackpad, depending on how you've orientated your trackpad. This is very interesting. I made an observation. I've set up my trackpad to track like a phone. So when you're brushing up, you're actually going down. When you're brushing down, it's actually going up, like a piece of paper. However, in VisionOS, it seems to me by brushing up, you're actually going down, and brushing down, you're actually going up. So what we actually want to do is switch the clicks to fit our VisionOS, so it flips the axes, unlike a traditional phone, which is pretty interesting. Because now that I'm going left, I'm actually going right. I'm going right, I'm actually going left. This is pretty interesting. You can also control the viewpoint with a standard drag. To do so, choose the drag to pan to the camera from the buttons at the bottom right of the simulator window to move the viewport left, right, up, or down, and choose drag the dolly camera to move it forward or backwards. Okay, to do the pan motion, choose the third icon in the menu tab or select the pan mode in the device, or Command Control 3. Now you can drag left, drag right, drag down, and drag up. Next, choose the fifth item in the menu toolbar, drag to dolly the camera, or you can go to device, control command 5, or go to device and select dolly mode. This allows you to drag up and down for moving up inner or closer or further away. To change your viewing angle, control drag inside a VisionOS simulator window. You can choose drag to tilt the camera from the buttons at the bottom right of the simulator window to use a drag without the control key. Let's check that one out. Here we have our simulator. Here we can click the control button and drag for tilting our camera. Now, we can also choose in our device, we can choose the look around mode. And with that, we can drag without holding the control button. This is the second item in the menu bar. To reset the viewpoint and viewing angles of a VisionOS simulator, choose the Reset Camera button from the toolbar at the top right of its window. You can also, as I said earlier, Command Control 0. Okay, let's say we're tilted our viewpoint. Let's click the Reset button. It's right over here. Let's click that button, and now we're reset. Let's move the dolly of the camera in and out, and now we're pretty far away. Let's do a reset with Command, Control, and 0, and we are reset once again. To capture the input from the pointer and keyboard, bypassing navigation control, to direct the input to the simulated device, use the pointer capture and keyboard capture button in the toolbar at the top right of a VisionOS simulator window. Press Escape key to disable capture and restore navigation control. Let's check that out. Here we have a simulator. Here is our capture keyboard. This captures all the keyboard movements. As you can see, up WASD does not work, up, down, left, right does not work. However, the mouse allows for navigation, and we can still click. All right, with that, we don't see a pointer capture. However, oh, here's the pointer capture. Let's check that out. And our pointer button is no longer working either. So it's all gone. We can only watch. When moving with a trackpad or Magic Mouse, Simulator respects the natural scrolling settings on macOS. You can also use a game controller to control your movements. Use the left stick to move left, right, forward, or back. Use the R2 and L2 to move up and down. Use the right stick of your game controller to pan around the space. Now, switch between simulated scenes. Simulator provides multiple built-in scenes you can use to simulate pass-through in different surroundings. These include unique room layouts, furniture for different testing scenarios, each available in different lighting conditions. Use the simulated scene to test readability of your app in various backgrounds and various lighting conditions, different scenarios, including limited and cluttered surroundings to see how your app adapts to them, content layout, positioning, and scale, spatial audio, and acoustics. To change the simulated scene, click the Simulated Scene button in the toolbar at the top right of a VisionOS Simulator window and choose a different scene. Let's check that out. Here we have our scene simulated scenes button, and we can move to a more cluttered area, like say the kitchen, and we have a few more things around. Let's say this particular desk is very cluttered. Now, uh, now we also have dim lighting to see our views in that particular setting. And we also have a museum setting where we're in an open museum where we have this device on. Very cool. We also have the night setting to see how that looks, and we can test the sound and all sorts of night goodies with our simulator. With that, we have reached the end of interacting with your app in the VisionOS simulator article. I'm really happy to have gone through this article and learned about all the ways we can interact with our simulator and know exactly what we're doing. This is wonderful. And I hope to see you in the next article where we'll be finishing up our series by learning how to migrate your iOS app to VisionOS.